Hey guys, what's going on? I hope everything sounds good. It seems like I'm always having technical difficulties sometimes when I start these streams. But guys, welcome to the stream. There's no UFC fights tonight. There's no Bellator. There's no PFL. There's a Triller event going on, but I'm not watching that. I'll check out, the highlights or whatever after it's done and see what went on in there with Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort and Anderson Silva and Tito Ortiz. Hopefully, the only person I'm rooting for is Anderson Silva. I really hope that he wins. Anderson Silva is one of my all-time favorite fighters. Thank you guys who already joined me right off the jump. John Rod, what's going on? Blaze One Sports, what's going on? Torin Brown, what's going on, guys? We can really discuss anything. I just went ahead and put the same title that I had for the live chat yesterday or live stream yesterday. I'll change it as the stream goes on with your guys' questions to see what we actually talk about. But sometimes it's just easier just to reuse all the same stuff, and then I can edit it in the middle or later and add all the topics that we discussed and add that to the title. But really, we talked about so much yesterday, but I'm sure there's plenty of other things that we probably missed. I'm curious at what point does the Triller fights go on, and maybe we'll get some results while we're on the live stream. We'll see what happened with Anderson and Tito and uh, and Evander and Vitor. Hopefully, no one gets hurt. Snaggy, what do you think about AJ Green? Got him with the 13th pick, all leagues. I think he has potential. I think he has potential. I haven't been. I'm a football fan, but I haven't been following football as much. I know he used to destroy us uh, for a while there with the Bengals, but who knows what he will currently do this upcoming year. But I think that's a pretty good pick. I mean, he has a lot of potential. I really used to follow football religiously, but ever since, not ever since I started the channel, but a little bit beforehand, and now, doing the channel, following, trying to remember everything that's going on in MMA. It's hard to keep up with other sports. Somebody actually commented that and asked me, let's talk about other sports. Hold on one second. And, to be honest, I used to follow a lot of sports. I used to hardcore follow the NFL. I used to semi follow MLB, watch the Orioles, a little bit of NHL, and a tiny bit of basketball. But in the last 2 years or so, and especially in the last year, starting up this channel, there's no time. There's been no time for me to follow all the other sports. So it's crazy because there's always so much going on in the MMA world, whether it be the UFC, Bellator, PFL. There's always just constant stuff going on, and I can't barely remember everything that goes on in MMA, let alone continue to follow other sports like football. There's so much stuff going on in football. There's so much stuff going on in baseball. There's so much stuff going on in the NBA. It's hard to follow it all, really. It really is. But no matter what, Snaggy, thank you for stopping by the live stream, man. If you got any MMA related questions, throw them in there, or any questions in general. There's plenty of stuff that we can discuss. Yesterday, I did a live stream yesterday, which is Friday, and we talked about UFC 266, I think we talked about UFC 266 and 269. I figured today, and I've done videos on it. We've discussed it more, but it's getting closer. I figure we can, on this stream at least a little bit. I put it in the description so far. We can talk about UFC 267 because UFC 267, even though it's doesn't have the biggest main event, that card is absolutely stacked. You look at it. The main event is Jan Blachowicz. Hold on one second. The main event is Jan Blachowicz versus Glover Teixeira for the light heavyweight title. And this is in Abu Dhabi on October 30th. Co-main event, Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan. The rest of the main card is not set, but there's some fights. Islam Makhachev versus Rafael Dos Anjos. Alexander Volkov versus Marcin Tybura. Li Jingliang versus Hamzat Chimaev. Walt Harris versus Tai Tuivasa. Magomed Ankalaev versus Volkan Ozdemir, which is a highly underrated fight. You have Damir Ismagulov versus Magomed Mustaev. I hope I didn't butcher all those names. You got Amanda Ribas versus Verna Jandiroba. That card is just absolutely stacked. I'm really looking forward to it. I know a lot of people are going to shit on that main event. But the Jan Blachowicz Glover Teixeira is a great fight, and I'm really looking forward to that fight. I mean, Glover Teixeira is going to come in. He's going to try to take Jan Blachowicz down and hold him down. And I'm curious, genuinely, if he's going to be able to do it, because he's done it in his last couple of fights, and it's crazy that he's fighting for a title 7 years apart. How do you think Umar Nurmagomedov does against top 15 bantamweights and Ilia Topuria against top 15 featherweights? Yes, the best part about UFC 267 is it's free. And what's crazy, CT, is UFC 267 and UFC 268 are 1 week apart. So 2 Saturdays in a row, we're getting 2 numbered events with stacked fight cards, which is just unbelievable, really. It really is. Let's see. I'm actually going to update this title a little bit because I need to put relevant stuff in here, and I used the same title as yesterday for the time being. But it's going to be a great card, really. I mean, and the fact that we get 2 big events back to back, like, think about this. Let me pull up UFC 268 real quick as well. So in a 1 week period, CT, we are going to get, okay, let me just read through these fights again. I'm just going to read through the main big ones. Jan Blachowicz, Glover Teixeira, Aljamain Sterling, Petr Yan, Islam Makhachev, Rafael Dos Anjos, Alexander Volkov, Marcin Tybura, Li Jingliang versus Hamzat Chimaev, Magomed Ankalaev, Volkan Ozdemir. Okay, that does it for 267. 7 days later, we are going to get Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, Rose Namajunas, Weili Zhang, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, Sean Strickland, Luke Rockhold, Frankie Edgar, Marlon Vera, Edmund Shabazian, Imanov, Ali Quinta, Bobby Green, Shane Burgos, Billy Q, all in 7 days. I mean, how many great fights did I just name off there, guys? How many amazing fights did I just name off within a 7-day period? We're going to get all those fights. How incredible is that last week of October, first week of November going to be for MMA fans? I mean, do you guys know how many prediction videos I'm going to have to put out? Because I'm going to do a prediction video for Jan Blachowicz, Glover Teixeira. Going to do a prediction video for Aljamain Sterling, Petr Yan. Going to do a prediction video for Islam Makhachev versus Rafael Dos Anjos. Probably going to do a prediction video for Alexander Volkov versus Marcin Tybura. Probably going to do a prediction video for Li Jingliang versus Hamzat Chimaev. Probably going to do a prediction video for Magomed Ankalaev versus Volkan Ozdemir. So there's 6 prediction videos. Definitely doing a prediction video for Kamaru Usman, Colby, Rose Namajunas, Weili, Justin, Michael Chandler, Sean Strickland, Luke Rockhold, Frankie Edgar versus Marlon Vera. I'm doing at least 11 prediction videos. 11 prediction videos. And I got to see how I'm going to structure them. But it's going to be a fun week. So back to CT's question. How do you think Umar Nurmagomedov does against top 15 and Topuria does against top 15? I'm not 100% sure yet. I think they can both be successful, but I still feel like it's too early to tell. I mean, Umar Nurmagomedov looks great. Topuria looks great, but, I mean, he fought Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall was, fighting very strange. But I feel like in those cases it's very hard to tell, and I want to say Umar Nurmagomedov really impressed me more because he just looked incredible. But I don't want to get caught up in the name hype, and I feel like there's too much name hype behind certain guys with their last names, Nurmagomedov. But I think they both can be successful, and I think they probably will break into the top 15. Now, whether or not they break into the top 10, I'm not sure. I think Topuria is already in the top 15, actually. I think he might be number 15. Who do you think has the potential to be the biggest UFC star the biggest UFC star who has the potential. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at the UFC's website real quick, just so I always forget. Oops, sorry about that. I always forget everybody. I think maybe not the biggest. I think Brandon Moreno can be a massive star for the UFC. But if I had to say who could potentially be the biggest star for the UFC, I think this is actually going to shock you a bit, and I mean this. I think Francis Ngannou can be that guy. It all depends how everything plays out with him in his future fights. Obviously, he has to win. But if he can continue to knock guys dead, Francis Ngannou could be the biggest star for the UFC. I mean, look at him. He's a freak in nature. He's ginormous. He's muscular. And the way he fights, just knocking guys dead. Look what he did to Stipe Miocic. Just slept him earlier this year brutally. And if he can continue to win fights like that, and the way he looks, the way he fights, he has the whole continent of Africa behind him. I believe Francis Ngannou could be 3 or 4 KOs away from being the biggest star for the UFC because people are just naturally attracted to the heavyweights. They see these large, muscular guys and they're just attracted to that. That's what they like to see. They want to see this huge, jacked, muscular guy fight this other huge, jacked, muscular guy. And if Francis Ngannou can really make himself as scary as he's already looked, I think he will become a huge star for the UFC. And I really don't know, looking at the current roster, I mean, who's the biggest stars for the UFC right now? Conor, broken leg. I guess right now, actively, the most popular champ, I would say right now, active-wise, would probably be Israel Adesanya. So I really think Israel Adesanya can become a big star, but I also think that, I think Francis Ngannou would surpass him if he continues to knock guys dead. Another guy, which I was just looking at, which a name just crossed my screen, who I think can be a massive, massive star. I'm talking ginormous Jiri Prochazka. I just really think his fighting style, his attitude, his hair, he's just super marketable in every way. And I don't know. I think Francis Ngannou has the potential to be a bigger star than him. But I really believe if Jiri Prochazka can continue to win and continue to win in the fights in the fashion that he has been, I really believe that he could be a massive star for the UFC. And we don't know yet just because he's still early in his UFC career. I believe, what is he, 2 fights in? Have you ever seen a guy get the buzz that Jiri Prochazka has 2 fights in? 2 fights into the UFC getting that type of buzz. Another name is Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett could be a massive star for the UFC. And we've seen it. I mean, he just had his debut, and he's already blowing stuff off the charts. I mean, people just want to continue to talk about him, just nonstop. Paddy Pimblett, Paddy Pimblett, Paddy Pimblett, Paddy Pimblett. It's insane, and I really think if he can continue to do that, I think that he will be a massive star as well. Prochazka. Hold on, guys. I'm adjusting this description a little bit. Let me save that. Okay, keep the questions coming, guys. Keep the questions coming. I'm going to read every single question. The best part about UFC... Okay, read that. I have this rule, never bet against a guy whose last name ends in OV. You're probably right. It's got a 95% win rate. You're probably right. What's going on, French fries? Thank you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate you. By the way, guys, everyone who's in the stream, do not forget to like the stream. Helps push out the stream to more people. We can get more people in here, have more discussions about different topics. I am a freaking diehard fan. I'll watch it for sure. But Glover versus light heavyweight champ is the least title fight I'm excited for. I think did I miss something? I remember It's certainly not too heavy. I thought you said. I mean, if you look at the title fights for upcoming, I agree with you. The upcoming title fights, that's the one I'm least excited for. But I mean, we got some killer title fights coming up, so that's not saying too much. Glover's like, I think he's 44 or something like that. Now I got to look that up. How old is Glover Teixeira? Glover. You know what? Let me just go to this. Glover Teixeira. He is. How does it not have his. Doesn't have his age here? What the heck? I'm on his Tapology, but for some reason I can't find his age on here. Has everything else under the sun. Oh, here it is. He's 41? That's it? I don't know if that's accurate. I thought he was like 44. Or at least 42. Oh, he's 41. I thought he was older than that as well. Glover Teixeira is only 41. I'm watching college football. I used to watch a little bit, but I haven't really recently. Which upcoming title fight is weaker than the light heavyweight? I knew I saw that question at some point. I had read it, but just halfway, just past my eyes, and I forgot about it that quick. I think that's the weakest one. If you look at the UFC right now, I mean, Brandon Moreno maybe versus Alexander Pantoja could be considered weaker, but I'm excited for that. Sterling versus Petr Yan, I'm excited for that. I think you're probably right as far as the weakest, but there's just a lot of you could go women's bantamweight, Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena, or women's flyweight is also shittier. So there you go. Light heavyweight historically used to be the most stacked. Who would have thought it'd be the least stacked? I don't know. I don't think it's the least stacked. I think it's a lot of people are making their way up. Jiri Prochazka and Alexander Rakic are the future of the UFC light heavyweight division. For me, post-Conor, the guy who will be the biggest star is Adasanya. I think you're right now. No, I'm late. What I miss, I don't even remember at this point now. I forget. As soon as it leaves my lips, I forget what I said. Francis ain't great on the mic. I don't think that matters. When you're a massive, huge, muscular heavyweight knocking guys dead consistently, it does not matter how good you are on the mic. Prochazka might have an incredibly bad ground game. He says he needs time. Yeah, I'm curious. Pimlet, British Sean O'Malley, maybe. We have to see. I can't wait to see him test it, but hopefully, let's let him get a couple fights before we start complaining. I feel like if Oliveira can defend his belt against Dustin, Justin, Islam, he would be massive in Brazil because of the names. Oh, for sure. For sure, he would be massive. What's up, guys? So many good fights coming up. It's a great time to be an MMA fan. Yeah, I was just talking about before you were in here. UFC 267 and 268 are right next to each other. You should do two predictions in one video for those weeks because there's a lot of fights to cover. I don't know how I might structure it. That's going to be hard. At least 11 prediction videos in 7 days. That's going to be tough. But I'll make it work. I really love to give out predictions. And eventually, I want to try to track all of my predictions. Right now, I'm tracking main events and title fights. But maybe beginning next year, I'm going to try to track every prediction I make. I know some people do full fight card predictions. But I just can't do enough research and give enough analysis on all those early fights to really give you a accurate prediction that I feel is true in my heart. You know what I mean? Just some of those guys there isn't enough tape on. It's too hard to find, I don't think a lot of people are all that interested in the full fight card predictions. Sometimes I'll do the full main pay-per-view card predictions, and it may be a prelim or two. What I might do is like for UFC 267, I might do all the individual prediction videos. And then I might do one abbreviated video with like 2 minutes on each fight, giving, my predictions for anybody who doesn't feel like watching each individual video. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out when it comes to it. But it's not that far away. It's only about a month away, which is absolutely insane to me. Guys, before you know it, it's going to be Christmas. Might have an incredibly bad... Okay, I already read that. I feel like, okay, read that. But yeah, there's so many great fights coming up. What's going on, Kevin Weeks? Hope you're doing well. Oliveira looks like he's on the juice. How'd he get so strong? I remember him getting spanked by every wrestler. Now, I don't think it's that case. I think it's, first off, it's the level of competition. Second off, I think it's his jiu-jitsu. People are worried about getting submitted. Tons of casuals know Justin. A lot of attention is going Dustin's way because of the counter wins. And if Islam close to Khabib, so if Oliveira beats them, man, he's going to be a star. I agree, 100%. Hey, Joey, glad I caught you again. I'm glad you caught me as well. Thanks for coming by. Touche, women's, yep. Also, by the way, do you think Figueiredo's career is over? He seemed to be small for bantamweight, and I don't see him beating Moreno. I actually did a video about this. I'll have to find it. But I really believe he's in a terrible spot because I don't ever see him beating Moreno, and I don't see him having success at bantamweight. Bantamweight is far too stacked, and even if he's not undersized, I don't see him being successful at bantamweight. I mean, look at bantamweight. You look at Davison. Okay, maybe he beats Dominic Cruz. I don't think he beats Pedro Munoz. Maybe he beats Frankie Edgar. Maybe he beats Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt's going into flyweight, so he don't count anymore. Maybe he beats Marlon Moraes. I don't know. I don't see him. I don't see him beating Jose Aldo. I don't see him beating Rob Font. I don't see him beating Corey Anderson. I don't see him beating TJ Dillashaw. I don't see him beating Petr Yan. I don't see him beating Aljamain Sterling. So there's at least six guys that I'm confident he will lose to. So it's one of those things. Joey, we were robbed of Romero versus Rumble. I know, I'm devastated. If you guys seen it was when I first started my channel, they announced that fight. And I actually did a video on it that did quite well for whatever reason. I guess nobody was talking about the Bellator fight. And I was super excited for that fight, guys. I was so excited. But at least we'll get Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero is fighting next week, I think, against Phil Davis. So a week from tonight. Is Anderson Silva versus Tito happening now, Snaggy? Let me know. I'm curious what's going on. That's the only one that I'm mildly interested in. Do you think Costa can knock out Vittori? I doubt it. People always confuse Costa as like he's some big power puncher, and he's really not. He's really not a power puncher. He is more of a volume guy. The commentary. I seen a clip on Twitter. Let me see what people were saying on Twitter. I seen a clip on Twitter where people were saying he called Anderson Silver. Tito pushing the pace, looking good. Stop it. Let me see. Where are you watching it at, Snaggy? That's the real question. Let me see. I have a feeling Anderson's going to finish him, honestly. Anderson's just too good on the feet, and Tito has terrible striking. Oh, Silva KO'd him, apparently. I just looked on Twitter. Put him to sleep. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm so happy. Let me see. If there's a video. Is there a video? I want to see this highlight. I got to see this highlight, guys. Help me find it. I want to see this KO. I'm looking it up right now. No, that's... Where do I watch, Ginge? I want to see this highlight. Send me a video. I'm looking for this video online right now. I want to see it. I want to see this video. I'll give you my reaction to it. I want to see this clip. How has nobody posted it yet? I know someone has to post this yet. He just crumpled. Actually pretty excited to see what Anderson can do. I know there has to be a video. How has nobody posted this? Everything else is always posted. I want to see Anderson Silva knock him out. I see a picture of Tito laying on the ground. How is there no video? That's crazy. With any UFC fight, no one must be watching this. Because with any UFC fight, the clip's up in 2 seconds. And I want to see this clip. Yeah, Tito's done for. I mean, I knew he was going to get destroyed, but I still was kind of curious. Tito versus Anderson Silva. Let's see if somebody uploaded it yet. Okay, someone did. Someone uploaded the full fight already? What? Tito looks terrible. All right, guys, I'm going to watch this fight and give you guys my reaction. Tito looks terrible. He looks so slow. I couldn't find a single clip on social media. I find the full fight on YouTube. That's crazy. I don't like Tito, so I don't even care. If you do like him, that's fine, but Anderson was toying with him. He's up in the corner. He's just using his head movement. I want to see Anderson keep doing these boxing matches. Oh my... Dude, he just brutalized him in the corner. That was it. Tito was pressuring him, beating him up in the corner a little bit. Anderson was just bobbing and weaving for fun. You really couldn't even see a good angle of the KO. It was right hand, boom, left hand, just flat, face down KO. The Anderson fight already happened, pound for pound. Yusuf said he sent it to me. Thank you, Yusuf, but I missed it. Hold on, let me go see. By the way, guys, if you don't already, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at your clip, Yusuf. If you don't already, follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. Yeah, Anderson knocked out Tito Ortiz already. He just brutalized him. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on this early. I was curious when it would go on. Now it's time to put that in the description. Anderson Silva versus Tito Ortiz. Let me save that. Yeah, it literally barely even lasted. The fight was nothing, guys. I wish I could put it on the screen, but it is on YouTube. But I don't want to get my channel banned, so I can't really put it up. Work too hard on the channel. By the way, guys, if you want to become a channel member and support the channel, the link is in the description. You can get all these extra emojis and help support the channel. You get Nate Diaz, Dana White, Habib Nurmagomedov, Sleepy Conor McGregor, Joshua Fabia, and Mike Perry with a broken nose. Go become a member right this second. And I will cry tears of joy on the stream. On the stream, I will cry tears of joy if we get a new member right now. No, I'm kidding. Who's the best opponent for Petr Yan after he beats Sterling? After he beats Sterling. I wanted to see the Corey Sandhagen fight, but I think he beats Corey Sandhagen. Let me see who I would think would be most competitive. To be honest, I think Yan beats Dillashaw. I think he beats Corey Sandhagen. I think he beats Rob Font. So I think the most compelling matchup is the TJ Dillashaw matchup. Unfortunately. Does Woodley fight again? So I really think Yan versus TJ Dillashaw would be the most fun. Just tuning in, fill me in on the Tito fight. Tito Ortiz came out looking slow as hell. Anderson was just letting Tito push him. Wasn't really doing much. Anderson backed up, shelled up in the corner. With no hands up, actually. He didn't even shell up. He just backed up in the corner. He was ducking, bobbing and weaving. Tito's throwing lots of shots. Finally, Anderson kind of does like a little sidestep out of the corner. Clips Tito, hits him with another punch, and just sleeps him face down. Tito went sleeping face down. I can't stand Tito, so I'm happy that Anderson did that. And I love Anderson, so. Guys, by the way, don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to like the stream. It helps push it to more people. Keep filling the chat with questions as well. But I'm just happy to see Anderson Silva getting some wins. Even though I'm not into those freak show fights, just to see Anderson get a nice quality win. Not quality win, but having a quality performance for himself. I'm very happy to see. And I think Tito Ortiz is one of the most annoying human beings. If you like him, it is what it is. I'm not telling you can't like him, but for me personally, I find him very annoying. So I'm really happy to see Anderson Silva having slept him. If Tito would have beat Anderson, I might have cried, even though I wasn't watching the fight. Okay, let's see, Yusuf. Joey has the A Silva PPV on the side, low key, which he paid for. No way. No way. Was that the question you're talking about? Now, Figgy's not a small bantamweight. He's short, but he's big for the division. But he's not beating Moreno. In my opinion, he loses to Aldo, Yan, Sandhagen, Font, Davish Philly, and Dillashaw. Yeah, I think he loses to a lot of those guys. But I don't think he's super small by any means. I think that Davison Figueroa just isn't going to be able to compete with those guys. I just think the bantamweight division is too good. And I think he was a weight bully at flyweight, to be honest. I think his best prospects is to keep staying at flyweight and hope that Moreno loss was a fluke. Somehow he was sick or whatever. By the way, guys, if you're watching the stream, do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. If you're watching the stream and you're already subscribed, go turn on notifications. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, go subscribe, because that's the only way to participate in the chat, because I had to turn that on because of trolls. So that way, you have to be subscribed if you want to at least troll. So go do that so you can put questions in the chat. Tito literally couldn't take a punch, not one. Tito's head's a big target. Tito has a massive head. Anderson getting Tito for what he did to Chuck. Thank you. Yeah, I agree, Seth Masters. He's getting revenge. He's getting revenge for Chuck Liddell, the trilogy fight. Anderson fought already. Okay, yup, read that. What's the best opponent? Okay, read that. Sorry, guys. I want Colby to win. Does that make me a racist minority here? What do you mean? I don't really get that. I don't think so. But I don't understand what you're saying. You're in the minority wanting Colby to win? I think so. I don't want Colby to win. I think his personality, I find it annoying. Trump commentating is gold. I heard he called Anderson Silver. Anderson Silver is what he called Anderson Silva. The Woodley question, bro, did Tito die? Probably. Are you watching Triller? No, I'm not watching Triller, but I'm watching the highlights after the fact. How can Colby win against Chicken Legs Marty Snoozman? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't see him beating him. I think he has to decision him. Anderson too accurate with the shot. Anderson's always been a great striker. It's just about, the ability to withstand a shot. Against subpar strikers like Tito Ortiz, he's going to, I think he's going to have success. Ginge, let me know what's going on in the main event, and send me a clip or whatever if you can find it. I'm curious when the main event starts. I'm almost morbidly curious of what's going on. Oh, is that the question you said? Does Woodley fight again if Jake don't give him a rematch? I remember you saying that now. Okay, I went too far up. I see it now. I think probably. I think he probably ends up going to fight for Bellator or maybe PFL. But I don't want to see him fight ever again, to be honest. I don't ever want to see him fight again. I hated Tito more after he celebrated like he got a new kid after that fake win versus Chuck. The man has no heart. Yeah, it was disgusting. What he did to Chuck was disgusting. My pet hate is performances between fights. It's 2:30 a.m. Dino, did you tell me you didn't buy that pay-per-view? Tell me you didn't buy it, Dino. Tell me. Yeah, Woodley should definitely hang it up. I don't want to see him fight, but I think he will fight. I don't know. He almost looks like a groupie begging for another fight with Jake Paul. It's sad. It's embarrassing. You know, who honestly even wants to know who wants to see that fight again? I certainly don't. I mean, does anybody in here genuinely want to see Woodley versus Jake Paul in a boxing match again? I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. Woodley hasn't put on a fight in his last 5 performances. He's just stood there and done nothing, and then complain after the fact. Some guy singing at Gingy know the struggle. So, Dino, did you buy it or not? Who is the top of list of your fighters you want to see live? John Jones. I want to see John Jones live. That's a fighter I really want to see live. I would also love to see Jiri Prochazka live as well. Dude, I love Colby and his act. He's fooled legit everyone. Initially, Matt, Sarah, busting Misha, etc. I don't think he's fooled anyone, to be honest. I mean, I'm totally fine. I'm not trying to talk you out of liking him. I'm just not a big fan. It just seems like a a off-brand WWE act to me, and it's just I would like it more if he was genuine. I think. I'm watching it illegally, and I think there's a number you text. You can get it for free, but I still have a link. Go comment, Issa. Go comment a link on one of my videos, and I'll go check it out. Maybe while we're doing here, because I don't know if you guys can comment links in the chat. I think it's turned off for a reason, and I don't know how to turn it on temporarily. Plus, I also don't want to get my YouTube channel banned. So, if you can, go comment it on a video. Let me see what we got going on here. By the way, guys, we are up to 1,176 subscribers. Almost 1,200. Bisbing versus Anderson boxing. I think Anderson will probably fight Vitor in the boxing match next. 6 streams? What does that mean? Is that what you got to Google? I'm done. I have no idea what this rapper is. 6 streams. I have no idea how to find any of that stuff, and honestly, I'm not trying to get the channel banned by even talking about it. Ginge, you know how to hook me up. Okay, let me go check it out. You commented on the video? Is that what you did? Because if you sent it in the live chat, it won't come through. I don't know how to turn that off either. So even if you sent it in live chat, it won't pop up on our end. It's completely blocked. So people can't spam links. We really about to see a 58-year-old. Commented on a video. Go to like one of my earlier videos and just comment on it. I'll get a notification. It'll come up that way, and then come back to the stream. I'm almost scared to click on it. I don't want to get a virus on the computer. Check Twitter. You're gonna find. Okay, hold on. Let me see if Issa hooked me up with a link on. Apparently, just delete this. Buffstreams.io. Okay, hold on. Guys, also YouTube's comment like notification system is trash. So let me go see if I can even find your comment. Oh, that's ironic. Somebody commented on one of my videos. No one cares about your lame ass channel. I always forget. On yesterday's video, for some reason it didn't pop up in the comment section. That's so annoying. So the Jorge Masvidal video, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I don't see it. I don't see it, Ginge. For whatever reason, it did not pop up. The Jorge Masvidal video did pretty all right. Joey, I commented on yesterday's video with a link. Why can't I find it? I put a link in yesterday's comments. Why is it not there? Jorge Masvidal's next fight will be... And I don't see a comment even from Ginge. Oh, hold on. Nope. I see the old comments from yesterday. See, this is too difficult. This is why I don't watch this stuff. This is worthless. Oh, hold on. Hold on, Ginge. Let me see if I can get this to work. Sorry, guys. Why is that? That's so annoying. Just let me know what happens, guys. I'm going to try to pull it up after it happens. DMs. Yeah, retract the messages. I don't. You all are appreciated. Don't be giving away that link all willy-nilly, bro. That website is gold. What's the website that's gold? That's what I need to know. That's crazy. I can't ever get anything to work, honestly. I can't even hit the play button. Uh-oh. You guys. Supposedly it's on right now. Supposedly. I may or may not have it up on the side. Apparently it should start soon. I can't believe. Can you guys believe they're putting a 58-year-old in there with a 44-year-old juice head? If I was going to watch it, I would just buy it anyway. I hope to God Evander don't get brutally KO'd or hurt. I agree, man. I agree. It's sad. It really is sad that nobody's actually looking out for him. All right, guys, throw some more questions. Oh, man. Let's see what's going on, guys. You guys are too much. I'm only doing this for you. I'm going to suffer through this for you guys. What was... Oh, yeah, guys. We can't, to be honest, I've heard about a lot of these different websites. And hold on, let me see. But for me, it's about convenience, and I just always order on my PlayStation. So I literally just buy it on my PlayStation legally every single time. Every single time. I don't even care. One of my goals when I started this channel was, if I can make enough money per month just to pay for a UFC pay-per-view, that's success for me, which is, for me, a pay-per-view is roughly $72. So, if I can make $72 a month off the YouTube channel, I'm happy. By the way, guys, if you want to support the channel, you can send via Super Chat. I am now monetized. You can click the little money symbol below and send even just $1. And you'll help make sure the MMA Joey YouTube channel continues its success. I prefer you become a member of the channel, though. You get way more perks. What did you guys, for the members that are in here, mainly Ginge, it seems like right now, what did you guys think of my Khabib Nurmagomedov autograph? I've been posting pictures of my MMA memorabilia in the members only tab on the channel. What did you think of that? Wasn't it pretty sweet? Okay. He's juiced and took out Bisping's eye. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're hoping he loses. I never want to wish bodily harm on anyone. That's just the way I am. Yeah, I gotta look into that, man. Sometimes it's too much at once. I'm trying to figure out stuff. Joey, can you do a live stream of next week's and ease my boredom watching the card? Yes, I'll do a live stream for you. Just because, to be honest, that card is so terrible. If I don't live stream, I'm probably going to find something else to do. So, guys, please, if you're hearing this live stream right now, join my live stream next Saturday for the Anthony Smith versus Ryan Spann card, because that card is terrible. Snaggy, thank you for the super chat, man. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot. You're a supporter of the channel. And what else can I say? Thank you so much for the $1.69. I'll never forget you, my friend. I'll never forget you now. Now we just need everybody else in here to donate $1.69, and this stream will be well worth it. The FBI guy's outside Joey's house right now. ATM just been getting free trials. Issa, can you recommend a good one? Joey, do you play UFC 4? And if so, what do you think? No, I do not play UFC 4. I played UFC 1 religiously. EA Sports UFC 1. I played UFC 1, 2, and 3 from THQ back on the PS3 days. And it was way better than the current games. 2, 3, and 4 have been terrible. And it's just really sad. Snaggy, the real MVP. Yes, Snaggy, you are the real MVP. Thanks again for the super chat. I don't use one. I'm trying. Okay. Hey, man, thanks for the great content. Is Sully ever coming back? No, he's not. He's not, my friend. I don't think that's ever to happen. We did the podcast for a little while, and he got busy with life. So, luckily, I built this channel. It's been very successful. But thank you for asking, man. I'll let him know. It's not like we don't talk or anything. I'll let him know you're asking about him. I hate UFC 4, but I have 2K hours on it somehow. I played UFC 1 religiously. The EA Sports UFC 1. I missed the THQ games back on PS3. Because you used to have the knees to the body and side control. Who is Sully? We used to do a MMA podcast before I started the YouTube channel. The same people who made SpongeBob games are better than EA, Lords of DSC. I hate EA Sports. The Madden games are terrible. Oh my, dude! If Evander Holyfield is shadowboxing right now, I hope he wins. I mean, I want. Does anybody want to see Vitor Belfort win? I can't believe I'm even watching video clips on Twitter. I don't know. There's an IPV server. How's Colombo doing? I bet he's getting big AF. Yes, he is. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I can't believe people paid $50. UFC Undisputed 3 is GOAT. Yep. But Mindface, thanks for being part of the channel, my friend. Thanks for being the part of the channel. I really do appreciate you watching the content. I'm happy that you're enjoying it. And that's all I can say. I'm happy that you're enjoying the content. Thanks for being a supporter. And continue to watch the videos. It's only going up from here. I know it's a lofty goal. I want to try to hit 10K subscribers before the end of the year. I don't know if that's possible, but I really want to try to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of 2021. If you guys tell your friends to go subscribe only if they're going to watch the videos, then maybe I will hit 10K subscribers before the end of the year. If you're watching this right now and you're not subscribed, go subscribe right this second. By the way, guys, if you've been subscribed for a while and you don't have notifications on, go turn on notifications, please. Please. And yeah, man, fun. Okay, you guys are having a whole conversation here. Also, Mindphase, you can now become a member of the channel. So the link is in the description. You can become a member of the channel, and it's only a couple bucks, and you get access to all the custom emojis like Sleepy Conor McGregor and stuff like that. Yeah, most of the character models suck on UFC 4. Plus, the most mechanics are. I played it one time. And it was just atrocious. I bought the full game digitally when it first came out. I turned it on for 1 minute. You're the best MMA channel, but thank you, man. Thank you. That means a lot to me. That really does mean a lot. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to continue to grow this channel, and I really have goals. And you never know. It might take a year. It might take 2 years. It may take 5 years. I really am not going to stop covering MMA on this channel until I hit 100,000 subscribers. I don't know how long that'll take, but that's what I want to do. Hold on a second. Let me see. Let me see if I can get him. Joey's amateur MMA at 10K. UFC 210 was pretty good. Let me see if I can get it. Hey, can you bring Colombo in here? Why not? Come on. The people are asking to see him. You can put him back. Come on. The people are asking for him. I got to show him. All right. He's sleeping, but my fiance's going to wake him up so I can bring him in here and show you guys him. He is ginormous. He's probably like 65 pounds now. I can't even really lift him up. Let me move the microphone out of the way so he doesn't chew on it. Joey starts amateur MMA at 10. Oh, did Silva win? Yes, Silva did win. Silva did win. You guys are going to die when you see how big this dog is. He hasn't been on here in a bit. Oh my God. Guys, how about this? Combo. This is how big he is now. All right, buddy. Go back to sleep. No. Take him. So there you guys go. Okay, let's see what else you guys are saying. Am I crazy to think there's a 6-year-old boy singing? Now Colombo don't want to leave outside the door. He's waiting outside the door now for me. UFC 2010 was pretty good. Can we see Colombo? Well, there you go. How big is he compared to the last time you guys seen him on the channel? Did Silva win? Yes, he did. Joey starts amateur MMA at 10K. Silva won in 21 seconds. He's a lovely looking dog. Thank you. Bring the dog. I brought him. Let him sleep. Nah, I woke him up. He'll go back to sleep. How does Whitaker beat Adasanya? I have Whitaker winning via TKO. I think he has to mix up. I think he really has to mix up, the wrestling and then end up landing maybe a head kick or something like that. I think that's the most likely. He looks like he could beat up a lot of people I know. He's 5 months old, and I would say he's probably 60 pounds now. Last time he went to the vets, I think he was 53 pounds. What a beauty. What a tank. He looks like he could beat up a lot of people I know. The dog is black. I said the dog is back. He's actually brindle. He's black and brindle. He has brown spots throughout as well. I think Adesanya probably beats Whitaker again. He's gotten crazy big. I've had him since the end of June, and when I got him, he was 15 pounds, and now I think he's 60. So I've had him for July, August, September, almost 3 months. Thank you, pound for pound, tiramisu. Jesus, what have you been feeding that dog? Just regular large breed puppy food. He was just small recently. That's crazy. I know. Whitaker doesn't beat Adesanya, no way. I think it's possible. I think it's possible for him to get a win, but I think it's not super likely. Why'd he call him 70? Why'd he call him 77? Can't see anyone at middleweight beating Adesanya right now. I agree. The only person I could see beating Adesanya is if Luke Rockhold comes back and looks like prime Luke Rockhold, which I highly doubt. I really highly doubt. Is he going to knock him out for a third time? Very true. He knocked him out twice in the first fight. Like I said before, Alex Guy is going to be Izzy's biggest threat, considering he holds victories over him, one by KO and one by decision. Yeah, but he's got to make it there first. It's going to be hard for him to make it there. He fights someone who wants to take him down or kick his leg off, clinch him up, press him up against the cage. He may not make it to Izzy. Who's a good challenger for the current champion? What champion are you talking about? So what's going on with the Triller event right now, guys? Fill me in. Fill me in. What is going on with the event right now? Alex has good takedown defense. Yeah, but how do you know? He hasn't fought elite level competition yet in the UFC. Ow. This is the randomest live stream. Who's going to join me next Saturday for Ryan Spann versus Anthony Smith? Any champion. They're about to fight. Okay. So for the champions, how about I tell you, this will actually be good. This is a good question. How about the biggest challenge for each champion? For Brandon Moreno, I think the biggest challenge probably is going to be Askar Askarov. For Aljamain Sterling, it's going to be Petr Yan. For Alexander Volkanovski, I think it's Max Holloway. I know that sounds crazy. Or Giga Chikadze. I think he beats most other. For Charles Oliveira, I think the toughest fight for him is probably Justin Gaethje. For Kamaru Usman, the toughest fight for him, I believe, is Gilbert Burns. I know he beat him and stopped him, but I think Gilbert Burns has the best chance to beat Kamaru Usman. For Israel Adesanya, it's Robert Whitaker or Luke Rockhold. For Jan Blachowicz, I think it's Alexander Rakic. I think Alexander Rakic is a tough fight for anyone. For Francis Ngannou, a heavyweight, I think it's Cyril Gane. That's, obvious. For Amanda Nunes, it's Valentina Shevchenko at 135. For 145, she doesn't have a challenge. For Rose Namajunas, it's probably going to be Carla Esparza or maybe Mackenzie Dern, depending on how Carla's takedown defense is. For Valentina Shevchenko, I don't see anyone in the flyweight division giving her a challenge. So, sorry guys on that one. Where is the dog? We just showed him. You got to rewind like 5 minutes. Who is most likely to lose their belt next? Jan Blachowicz, I think. Jan Blachowicz is most likely to lose his belt next. I'm going to join. Holyfield just stole Vitor's syringe and ran away. I don't know why I love playing classic Call of Duty Zombies and listening to your video streams in the background. GOAT MMA channel. Thank you, my friend. I hope you've been enjoying the videos, man. I try to do my best to make the videos as interesting as possible. Does the audio still sound good with my mic a little bit farther away? Because it's easier for me to see the chat that way. So let me know if it still sounds good like this. I can't wait for Smith versus Spann. Chinge, you're full of shit. Oh, man. Justin would put Oliveira's lights out. Maybe, but maybe Oliveira would drag him down and submit him, Khabib style. It's funny how we assume Sterling's not the champ. And that actual first fight was more competitive than people think. The first round, second round was pretty good. I've been dying. I think when I hit 1,500 subscribers, regardless of how many donations I get, I'm going to buy the Shure SM7B mic, which is the best mic money can buy. So I can't wait to upgrade to that. I think I know the audio. I know I'm talking about the audio where the mic is now, but the upgrade to the Shure SM7B, which is a $500 microphone, is going to be incredible. I've added it to my cart a couple times, and then I'm like, I'll be all right for a little while. When I hit 1,500 subscribers, I think I'm just going to make the purchase. Either that or 2,000 subs. I just have to. Khabib would maul Oliveira, probably, but it would still be an interesting matchup. Man, please, Sterling was getting butt beat by Yan. Yeah, but the first round and second round was competitive. I mean, I think Yan beats the brakes off him in the second fight, but I think people remember it to be more lopsided than it actually was. Is it me, or does Evander Holyfield look like he's melting? I don't think there's any chance that Sterling wins. I think if Sterling wins, he has to KO him. Holyfield looks like my brother. Looks ancient, my brother. Oh my goodness. Holyfield looks like he's moving underwater in open workouts. I know. Did you watch my video on it? Adam, I hope you watched my video on it. He looked terrible. And Vitor looks like 2013 Vitor. All the punishment throughout the round. It's sad. He hasn't even boxed in 10 years, and he's stepping in on short notice. I wonder what this is going to look like. Yeah, I did a video on the training footage. It's called "Someone Should Be Jailed for Sanctioning Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort." So everyone has to wrestle Yan if he wants the victory because he has nothing for Yan standing. Just my opinion. He has nothing for Yan in the grappling either. I think he has to crowd him and KO him. Did anybody see the clip of the bare knuckle boxing where the guy follows up with ground and pound? How is that possible? How is that possible? Belfort needs to stand in the pocket and bang. I bet you Vitor wants to spinning kick him. Have you seen anything about young MMA upcoming fighter Clifford Roberto? No, I have not. I want to see Sterling get knocked the F out. Yeah, I want to see the Sterling has made himself into one of the most hated figures in MMA. Apparently, Toro Brown says Belfort will lose. I doubt it. He's fighting a 58-year-old man. It's going to be abuse, and it looks like abuse right now. Ooh, I think he KO'd him. No, he knocked him down. He knocked him down. He fell face down. Vitor, ooh. This is bad. This is a bad. I wouldn't even feel right. Oh, my thing froze. What an inopportune time for that. Oh, he dropped him again. Ooh. This is sad. This is sad. Live music and fights do not go together. Yeah. Yeah, this is sad. This is really sad. I'm sad. They already stopped it. That was I can't believe anybody paid $50 for that. I don't even know what to say, guys. I don't even know what to say. What did you guys think of that? I'm going to turn that off now. I think somebody needs to send me a super chat just for sitting through that fight. I don't even think I'm going to discuss it anymore other than the fact that it was very sad. Disgusting, atrocious. Vitor stopped him. They put a 58-year-old man in there with a 44-year-old juice head. Why are people so upset with Sterling when Yan made the dumb decision? His fault. I don't care about that. I'm not upset that Sterling took the easy way out. I'm pissed the way he's acted since then. You know, he's acted like he's the real champion and said all and tried to avoid the rematch. Vitor is not scary. He beat up a 58-year-old man. This guy gets discounts. Evander Holyfield gets discounts at McDonald's because of his age. And you're happy that Vitor beat him up? Nah. He should continue to fight and gotten KO'd. Blame whoever sanctioned the fight. Surprise, surprise. MMA battering these boxers. Stop it. MMA is not battering any boxers. They'll probably make the Vitor Oscar De La Hoya fight again. And I won't be watching it. Especially for a charge. You know, Ginge, your comment just popped up. What a joke that is. Your comment just popped up as a notification. YouTube's comments with stuff like this is just infuriating. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think we can hit 10K subscribers before the end of the year or no? Yeah, Vitor needs to show some damn respect. I'm definitely not happy about it. It's sad. I wouldn't even be celebrating. Yeah, I wouldn't even feel right hitting him. Vitor would butcher his Oscar's face. Sterling is avoiding a rematch with Yan because he knows that's a bad matchup for him. He knows he will lose. Exactly. That's why people are hating on him. Do you watch Jack Slack? He makes amazing videos on fight breakdowns. I have not. I would like to watch more content on MMA, but I really don't have time. You know, between doing streams, doing videos of my own, I very rarely have time to watch others, which sucks because I'd like to get some insight from others, really. I'm happy to see these boxing marks eat their words. This is why yeah, but dude, he's 58 years old. What do you expect? TRT Vitor is the real question. Yep, I said it before you even sent the second message, my friend. Evander looked like he tried to look intimidating, but he looked like he was on coke. I don't know how anybody can be satisfied with that. Vitor should be ashamed of himself. He should be thrown in jail, to be honest. Guys, go subscribe and turn on notifications. I just like putting that graphic up now that I know how to do it. I just like putting that up now. He's 58, too stiff and too slow. He should not have. I honestly believe I could outbox Evander Holyfield right now. Right now, I'd get up off this chair and I could outbox him. So there's no way he should have been thrown in there with 44-year-old Vitor who was training the whole time. It's just not right. Let's see. Is there any videos you guys would like to see in the next couple days? I'm dreading doing a prediction video for Ryan Spann versus Anthony Smith. Jeez. I wish Henry Cejudo was still fighting. 44 isn't that much younger than 58. It's 14 years younger. That's a long time. 14 years ago. Someone should stop Triller. I agree. Joey, what did you think was going to happen if De La Hoya didn't back out? I really don't know, man. I didn't put a lot of thought into it. I have no idea. So I'm not a good person to answer that. I don't really follow or pay attention to these freak show fights too much. I don't make any videos on them. I only talk about them in the live streams. That's it. No videos on it. At least typing it up or looking for any. You know, I made a video saying it was disgusting, but that was it. Honestly, the only other YouTuber you should follow is the Weasel. I have seen the Weasel. What's crazy about the Weasel is he has so many subscribers, and he doesn't even do video. He just does still images. That's surprising to me. You can garner that type of audience while only showing still images. Joey would KO this version of Evander Holyfield inside 2 rounds. That's hilarious, dude. Let me see. Let me show you guys. Hold on. I think Ginge has seen this, but not everyone has seen this. I'm adding some more emojis to the members only. And this is another one that's coming soon. This is coming to the members only emojis very, very soon. Do you guys know what this emoji is? I'm curious. Do you guys know what this is? If not, now I'm never going to use it. But I'm constantly going to be adding every time I get like another 10 members, I'm going to add emojis. So I'm going to put it on the screen here in a second. Do you guys know what this emoji is? Let me know in the chat. The Weasel was really, really good and informative. Weasel never shows his face for some reason. The Weasel is so good, his picks are 80% wrong, but we still love it. That's funny. Why is it a 58-year-old fighting a fighter who's known for being a steroid user, and why is Silva fighting Tito, beating real boxer who would have been champion? Yeah, it should have been. They should have done Vitor versus Anderson. I want to see Dana White versus De La Hoya. Luke Rockhold, yes, that is Luke Rockhold. I'm adding that to the members only emojis very, very short, very, very soon. Isn't that hilarious? I hope you guys like that one. And I'm gonna add more every time I get a couple more members. I'll add a couple more. I had those made along with the Joshua Fabia and the Mike Perry, which is my personal favorite. I love the Joshua Fabia one. That's my personal favorite, probably. Or the Sleepy McGregor is pretty hilarious, too. Luke has a glass chin. Luke out cold. Here, let me take that off now. Let me get rid of that. Luke has a glass chin, I know. Are they interviewing Evander over Vitor's speech? This is garbage production. I'm not even watching, so imagine if he brutally knocks out Sean in the first round. That would be incredible. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that'll happen or not. The Weasel is... I wonder what the Weasel looks like. Triller has to go. It's got to go. Triller's got to go. But somebody said, hold on. I wonder why the Weasel has so many wrong picks. I'm pretty good on my picks this year. You can be wrong. I mean, you can be the smartest guy and you can still be wrong. So, Luke Rockhold, Luke Alcold, Rocode. De La Hoya will beat the brakes off Dana White, most likely. Giga called out Max Holloway. It makes no sense. Max has already got a fight. Oh, God, he called out Jake. Oh, my goodness. That wouldn't be bad, though, for them. I'm not watching it, but that wouldn't be bad. Fights weren't bad, but the production is terrible. Their bias is always clear. Live music and fighters do not belong together. Even Ben called out Triller. Holloway's second best in that division, for sure, without a doubt. I mean, people overlook. I'm actually going to make a video soon. People overlook Alexander Volkanovski just because the first two fights were so close with Max. But regardless, even if you think Max won, you should still see that, that the fact that he was competitive with him means he's very, very good. Total views on my channel. How many total views do you think I got on my channel, guys? I have a total of 178.4 thousand views. That's crazy. I'm almost on 200,000 views. Whew. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. This channel has gone far larger than I expected at this point in time. The fact to be almost at 1,200 subs, and there's been nothing going on for the past couple weeks, so there really hasn't been an opportunity to make any videos that are really going to be super, for new audiences. TRT beats Chael Sonnen curse. I had a rumor Weezer suffered third-degree burns from face, and he was... I think you're just making that up, Torn. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. He's screaming, "Let's go, Jake Paul." He wants the payday. He wants the payday. Disturbing. Disturbing. It's a freak show world. What are we going to do about it? It really is. While we're at it, guys, the only people that will have seen this will be on the live chat. I'm going to show you the next emoji other than Luke Rockhold I'm going to add. And I want to, for the members only, and I'm going to see if you guys can get, I mean, this one isn't hard to guess, but I want to see if you guys get this one. This is going to be one of the other emojis I add for the members only that I had made so far. This is one of the other ones I have made. What do you guys think of that one? What do you guys think of that one? I'm not making that up. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 second. Nobody knows. The matchmaking is bad. As Trillers couldn't have been so good, but they decided to ruin it. I like the mystery behind the Weasel's face. Yeah, it's almost like Dexter Laboratories' parents. Yes, that's Cormier crying after the John Jones loss. I felt terrible for making that one because DC's a fun guy, but I just thought it'd be perfect to be able to use in the chat or in the comments. When a fight falls out, you can just comment DC crying. So that's wrong. It's not wrong, man. It's not wrong. I'm sure if I was crying on here, it'd be used for a laugh. It'll be okay. The point is to convey emotion, okay? To convey emotion, okay? So when something happens and you guys wanna put everyone's laughing about that, and you want to put a crying DC, it's there. So you guys can easily become a member, and you'll get access to all those. The link is in the description, but I will also give you a link in the chat if you want to go become a member right this second. The more members I get, the more emojis I have made. The more members I get also, the closer I am to doing MMA YouTube full-time. Full-time YouTube MMA. There's the link. Go become a member of the channel right now, and then it'll pop up on the screen. Yeah, that's a good emoji, honestly. Yeah, it's just the point of using it for certain things, you know. Like if a fight pulls out, you can comment on a video just showing DC crying. I'm going to get more made. I mean, I'm always open to suggestions. I love all the ones that I have so far. Alex says, Lamau, Jones owns him on every level. Agreed. When does the GOAT John even fight again? I think John Jones will most likely fight next year. Probably summer of next year, if I had to guess. I really hope that he does. I want to see John Jones fight again. He's one of my favorite people to watch fight. So I'm super hopeful that we do see that fight. And I hope after Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane, we see John Jones fight for the heavyweight title next. That hurts the soul. Joey's going to hate me for this, but John Jones is finished. I don't think so. I don't think maybe he is. I don't know. I don't like the inactivity. Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler, who wins? I'm going Robbie Lawler just because Nick Diaz has been super inactive. But I would not be shocked if Nick Diaz comes in great shape and wins. But just for right now, I have to go with. Robbie Lawler. Prime Jones was a different breed. I think Jones likes to fight to the level of his competition. So I think sometimes he doesn't look as good, but it's just because his perception of the competition is low, so he doesn't try as hard as he probably should. Nick D. I already read that. Maybe I'll do an early because there's a couple good fights. There's quite a few good fights on UFC 266. Maybe I'll put out an early prediction video for that next week. I like to do all my prediction videos in 4K. Adam, that's funny. Can Jones beat Gane versus Ngannou? Can Jones beat Gane or Ngannou? I think it's very possible. I think he could beat them both. I'm not saying I would predict him to beat them both, but I think he could beat them both. But, I mean, the inactivity is not going to help him. But John has shown in the past he can come in off a long layoff and still perform very, very well. I can't wait. If John Jones fights Ngannou next year, I'm going to try to go to the event live. I want to be there for that. I think that would be absolutely incredible. He's way skinny. Yeah, but who knows what he's going to look like by the time he comes in. He could be massive. He's putting on size. This time off could be the best thing for him, honestly. And I mean, the John Jones versus Francis Ngannou is the biggest fight the UFC can make, in my opinion. I really believe that it's massive. When he came off that long layoff to fight DC the second time, he looked like a tank. Exactly. And he head kicked DC and then brutally elbowed him and KO'd him. That was a nasty finish. Khabib is pound for pound GOAT. Maybe, maybe not. That's up for debate. He's one of the best. I don't think we have to nail it down to one anyway. Khabib Nurmagomedov is one of the best for sure. Guys, have you been enjoying these live streams? Because I did a Tuesday live stream. I did a Wednesday live stream. I did Tuesday Contender Series live stream. I did a Wednesday live chat, which I always try to do every Wednesday. I did a random Friday live stream, and now I'm doing a Saturday live stream. That's 4 live streams this week. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these live streams. I've enjoyed doing them, but I hope you guys are enjoying them as well. Jack Rock, your live stream seemed dope. I just subbed. Well, thank you for subscribing, Jack Rock. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I try to do a couple per week, but bare minimum, I at least do one on Wednesday where we just talk about all things MMA. They're a little more structured than this one tonight, which is like a random live stream that I've been doing. But definitely check out some of the videos I post. I mean, and see what you think. I do a lot of prediction videos. Cover all the breaking news for MMA. And I try to be, I feel like a lot of MMA YouTube channels are very biased towards the fighters they like. A lot of people, everybody has a little bit of bias. I try to give you my honest opinion unbiasedly. When I predict fights, I'm not picking fights because I like this guy. I feel like a lot of people pick Darren Till versus Derek Brunson because they like Darren Till and they were hoping that he would win. That's not who I am. Also, I feel like a lot of people will tell you, I can't wait for this fight card. And it's a trash fight card. I will never lie to you and say, I am so excited for this fight card. And it's a terrible fight card. I will never do that. So I hope you get used to enjoying some legitimate, well thought out, educated MMA content from MMA Joey YouTube channel, my friend. Jack Rock, I'm glad you found the channel. I just feel like so many people, and I've been a massive MMA fan for over 10 years, and the content that I was looking for wasn't there. I feel like I could never find it. I feel like a lot of people are so biased, and they don't say the things that people really should be saying. They're not honest, and so I decided to make the content for myself, and that's how it worked out. Did Ryan Hall come back after his last fight? I don't think so. I don't think he's fought since he got knocked out by Topuria. Let me see. Does Ryan Hall come back after his last fight? Oh, I thought you were asking, did he? Maybe. I think he probably does. I mean, he has a cult-like following as well. I'm looking for something here. Let me see. Guys, don't forget to like the stream, by the way. That's how more people find the channel. All right, guys, keep the questions coming in. We'll keep the live chat going for as long as we have questions and topics to cover. I think Ryan Hall does return. To get back to that question, I think Ryan Hall does return at some point in time. He looked awful in his last fight, though, constantly rolling for the legs. Did you notice that Tito looked like he was walking to his funeral in the interview right before he walked out? I didn't watch the interview right before he walked out. I just saw the fight after the fact. Loving them. Keep grinding, brother. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. I meant Joey the pound for pound goat. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are liking the channel. Okay, Silva versus Logan Paul. Maybe. I don't know. I would love to see Bisping fight either Paul. I don't want to see Bisping. Bisping has one eye. I don't want to see Bisping go through anything. Like Jambi said. You think Jake Paul accepts the fight? No way. No way. I'd like to see either Paul against Silva, Bisping, or Vitor. I don't want to see any of it, to be honest. I'm not hating on you for wanting to see it, but it's not something that I particularly care about. I'm just not into those. Let's see. Yeah, dude gave us his eye. Belfort would maul Jake Paul. I just want to see someone show them what time it is. I think a lot of people do. I just don't care. I mean, for me, it's just a freak show, sideshow. It's not all that important. I think so too. I can't believe they're still getting away with this. I can't believe they're getting away with these weird. I can't believe how many people are buying these pay-per-views. Are you jealous of Jake Paul? No, no way. I'm happy for him, man. I will never hate on someone for getting paid. I'm happy for him and all the guys that he's fighting, all the guys on the cards. I will never wish that somebody doesn't get a paycheck, and I'm happy they're all getting paid. So I'm not a hater at all, but I'm not jealous either. It's just not my my thing. It's just same reason I don't watch soccer. I watch MMA, so. What do you think about the new hyped fighter Paddy Pimblett? I think he has a lot of promise to be a big star, but he has to continue to win. It's just one of those things where if he can continue to win, he will be a massive star for the UFC. Is RDA versus Islam official? Yes, it will happen October 30th at UFC 267. It will happen at UFC 267. You sound like Dana White. That's just my opinion, man. It's just my opinion. I mean, I don't really agree with Dana on a lot of things. I'm happy for him. I don't want to be a hater at all. It's just not my thing. Same reason I don't watch soccer. I'm not wishing the soccer people don't get paid. I'm not asking people not to watch. Now, for the Evander Holyfield Vitor stuff, I'm disgusted. Very disgusted. But for, relatively young, Jake Paul and these UFC fighters, I'm fine with it. Who do you think are the upcoming stars in the UFC? I think big stars to blossom into huge stars. Francis Ngannou, Jiri Prochazka. I think Charles Oliveira can become a big star. If you're talking about people who are kind of not really known too much right now or not highly ranked, Paddy Pimblett, if he continues to win, will be a massive star. Right now, I can't think of anything else right now off the top of my head. Let's see. I'm trying to think who else. There's been other people that have looked really like they have it all together. I think Giga Chikadze can become a pretty big star. Not crazy, not like Conor McGregor level, but pretty big. Year versus Rockets is the fight to make right now for the number one contender spot. I agree, but that's the fight I really want to see contended for the belt, and I think one of those guys will be the champion. TRT Vitor versus yeah. Jiri looked like a beast against Reyes. I know that was one of the first live fight streams that I did for the UFC, and that was crazy. TRT Vitor versus Jake Paul. Hopefully they make it happen. Make it happen. He will finally fight someone his size. You think Islam can fill Khabib's shoes? No. Striking is way better, but he's much more hesitant. I don't think his striking is better. I think Islam's striking is not that great. D-Bull Vitor, I'm assuming that's some type of performance enhancing substance. Guys, keep sending questions in here. What did you think? I didn't see the commentary. I just seen the fights after the fact. I did not hear any of the commentary. Pound for pound, tiramisu. My man, thank you for becoming a member. The more members I get, the closer I can become to doing MMA YouTube full time. And that's my honest to God dream. So if you guys want to help me achieve that dream, become a member. Thank you, Tiramisu. Now you got all the great emojis. And I'm adding more very, very soon. So thank you for becoming a member, my friend. I really do appreciate it. You can check out, after the stream's over, check out the members only feed, and you'll see my some of my MMA memorabilia I posted on there. You're the man. You're the man. Thank you for becoming a member. You are a very early supporter of the channel, and I will always remember that. I think at the end of the year, I'm gonna take a screenshot or take a record of all the members that I have, and I'm gonna in the future, you know, it might be a year or two. All those members, I'm gonna do something special for in the future when I grow the channel to be much bigger, because I really believe I can do that. Eventually, the goal is 100K subscribers. I want a plaque hanging on the wall behind me. That is my goal for this channel. So at the end of the year, I'm going to take a list of all the people who were members and remember who were the early supporters are. And the badges are awesome. I mean, the loyalty badges you can get for becoming a member are awesome. I just recently added 6 and 12-month memberships. Let me actually show you that real quick. Let me see if I can pull that up. I don't know. So this is the 6-month membership. Check this out. So after you become a member and you're a member for 6 months, this is the 6-month membership, which is pretty cool. You'll have that badge next to your name. Let me pull this up real quick. This is the 12-month membership. So once you're a member for 12 months, this will be the thing next to your name, which this is my favorite badge. I paid to have these custom created. And if you notice, they look like similar to a UFC belt. So, yo, what's going on? Any news? Anderson Silva KO'd Vitor Belfort. Anderson Silva KO'd Tito Ortiz. And Evander Holyfield got stopped, I believe, in the first round. I'm not 100% sure. By the way, guys, if you want to become a member, the link is in the description below. The link is in the description, but also, I'll do this for you. The link is now in the chat too, so you can click on that link, and you can become a member. Let me get rid of that badge now. What do you think of Weidman? What do you think Weidman can do going forward? I don't know, man. I actually want to make a video on Weidman. So I got to actually make a list. I want to make a video on Tyron Woodley, the downfall of Tyron Woodley. I want to make a video on Weidman, my thoughts of Weidman pre-injury, post-injury, and just his career in general. There's quite a few videos I want to do, and since MMA news has kind of been slow these last couple weeks, I want to work on that. So I'll probably do a video on Chris Weidman soon, Adam. So just keep a lookout. I will probably do something this week for sure. I would say 90% sure I'll do it this week. I also am thinking about making a video on RDA, and I want to make a video on Tony Ferguson as well. I got so many ideas, though, and only so much time. But just because you asked, I will make a Chris Weidman video this week, so look out for it. Who should McGregor fight at this point? I say Nate Diaz or Tony Ferguson is who I want to see Conor McGregor fight next. I think it just makes the most sense. And that's who he should fight when he returns. I actually want to see Tony Ferguson fight Nate Diaz at the end of this year. The winner of that fight fights Conor in his return. Do you ever think about doing a podcast where you interview and talk to fighters? That's something I really, really want to do. I just got to make a effort to do it, and figure out the logistics of it. And that's something that will be coming to the channel. I'll see if I can get some of the lower level UFC fighters and lower level MMA fighters to agree to do interviews for the channel. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully by the end of the year, I at least have my first interview on the channel. Did you see Holyfield KOing Vitor? You mean Vitor stopping him? That was crazy. Anderson Silva also KO'd Vitor. I wonder if they'll do Anderson Silva versus Vitor next. I mean, they have a past. They fought each other in the past. So, in MMA, front kick. I can never forget that front kick. That was right around when a little bit before that is when I first became a fan of. So, let me get another drink. Luckily, I'm used to doing these streams pretty late on Saturday, so I don't mind sitting here for a little while. Eventually, on the members only, I'm gonna do early prediction videos. Release the prediction videos early, guys. Don't forget to like the video. I greatly appreciate it. If you like the stream, it helps push it out to more people, and we get more people subscribing to the channel and grow the channel. So thank you. Tyson versus Holyfield next. Let's stop it. Tiramisu, you like that Sleepy McGregor, huh? That Sleepy McGregor emoji's hilarious, dude. Yeah, you were right. Anderson versus Vitor is the only fight to make. 100%. 100%. I think that is the fight to make. I'm not necessarily going to be paying for the pay-per-view, but it makes the most sense for their current business model. I doubt they make it. They're probably going to find some bum to match Anderson up with. They're going to find some bum to match Vitor up with, or redo the Oscar De La Hoya. Do you think Sean O'Malley has a high ceiling? I think so, but it's hard to. It's too early to tell because he hasn't been tested yet. He has not been tested against elite competition, and that's what I need to see before I can make a determination on his skill set. And the people he's fighting right now, it's just not something that shows me any real, any way to do an in-depth analysis of his skill set. And also, and I agree with you, Sean O'Malley is very injury prone. He's constantly having leg injuries. And, whether it be the early injury, I think was it on the Contender Series, I don't remember, or the Marlon Vera fight where he got his legs brutally kicked off and then flash KO'd and then stretchered out of the cage. I mean, he was carried out of the cage on a stretcher and then had no serious injury. So it's just one of those things where I don't know. And if you look at the top of the division and you look at guys like Pedro Munoz, you don't think Pedro Munoz is going to brutalize Sean O'Malley's legs? I don't know. I don't know. And then Yan, you don't think Yan's going to destroy O'Malley's legs? And then you look at guys like Aljamain Sterling, I think they would ragdoll O'Malley to the ground. So I think O'Malley has a good skill set, but we have to see if he can address some of the issues. If Chris Montino had 2 more rounds, I don't know. I'm not sure he wouldn't stop O'Malley just because O'Malley couldn't deal with the pressure. He was staring up at the clock. And I know that's a bit, of an over-exaggeration, Chris Montino stopping him, but it looked like O'Malley was gassing. And that ain't going to work against a guy like Peter Yan. Yes, Drew O'Malley. Do you think Khamzat Chimaev has a high ceiling? He looks great, but I have to be consistent here. He has not fought elite competition. It was a great knockout of Gerald Meerschaert. He has great fundamentals for the welterweight division. His wrestling base seems to be amazing. He has great ground and pound. He has knockout power on the feet. He has decently fast hands. Gerald Meerschaert win was decent. Now my mustache is making my nose itch. And I really can't wait to see where he goes after the Li Jingliang fight. And if he beats Li Jingliang, I'm really excited to see who he fights next. And that fight's right around the corner. So, it's really, to answer your question, yes, I think he has a high ceiling, but it's very hard to tell if he will achieve what we think he might achieve. O'Malley was snoring. Appreciate your live stream. You keep it real and we can disagree civilly. Thank you, man. That's the whole goal. The whole goal of this channel is to build a community where we can have fun, educated discussion about MMA. And I don't want a toxic community of everyone just screaming at each other, casual, if we disagree. Or just talking, mad shit, if just because we have a difference of opinion. We can have a difference of opinion and still be able to have a fun discussion. Just because I don't believe what you believe and you don't believe what I believe doesn't mean we have to scream at each other in the chat and in the comments. And I want that to be like that on this channel. I can't stand that thing about YouTube. A lot of comment sections, live streams are toxic. So that's my main goal. And I hope I can achieve that even when, the channel grows a lot, because I really do plan. I don't know how long it'll take. Again, it may be years. But I want to hit over 100,000 subscribers. I know I'm only at 1,200. So I have, 98,800 subscribers to go. But we will get it. We will get there eventually. And we will still have the best MMA community on YouTube for sure. Because one thing I've noticed about YouTube is the comment sections and the live streams are just a reflection of the person running the channel. And as long as I continue to talk like this and we can disagree respectfully, I think everyone else will as well. And eventually I'm going to do members-only live streams. When the channel grows, maybe about 10,000 subscribers, I'll start doing members-only live streams. Do you think Silva has a possibility? I did see that clip. Anderson Silva. Do you think that Silva has a possibility to thrive in boxing now that he no longer has to worry about his injured leg? Yes, I think Anderson's a great striker. And if they keep giving him matchups like Tito Ortiz, he's going to make a lot of money in boxing. And I'm happy to see Anderson win. Anderson's one of my favorite fighters of all time. Patty versus O'Malley at 145. That's not going to happen. Patty looks huge for 155. Thank you for preaching this. What was I preaching? I don't remember what I was preaching. So let me know, Charles. But thank you for being a part of the community, my friend. I appreciate you. Do you think Usman versus Covington goes 5 rounds? No, I do not. I think Usman stops him. I think Usman's gotten better on the feet. I think Colby has been inactive and stagnating, and Usman's only gotten better. I really favor Usman to stop Colby Covington in the rematch at UFC 268. Gastelum to 170 and fights Nick or Nate. I want that to happen. I don't know if he can make 170. Can Kelvin Gastelum make 170? I don't know. I do not know, guys. But one thing I do know is if this is the first time watching my channel, you better go subscribe and make sure you turn on notifications as well. I actually have a number. I can see how many people have notifications on. So go turn on notifications and you get a notification every time I post a video. And help me grow the channel just by watching the videos and let me know what you guys think about them. That's the best way. Kelvin Gastelum does not have abs at 170. He should be able to make 155. I don't know if that's a scientific way of looking at things, really. I don't know. I think he should be able to make 170, but I'm not in his body, so I don't know. Maybe just the way he lives his life, it's just not possible for him to continue to make 170. But maybe it is. And if he loses any more fights, he's going to have to make 170 or he's going to another organization. Which sucks because I really believe Kelvin Gastelum is one of the best in the world. Do you think? Okay, yep. Gastelum. Okay. I subbed right away with such good insight. Thank you, my friend. And also, I think one thing that's really helped the channel is the video quality. The stream quality is a little bit a notch down just because I have it on low latency so I can see your chat and respond to it within 10 seconds. So we're not out of sync. But on the regular videos, the crispy quality, some of the videos I do 4K quality. So I honestly pride myself on the regular videos. I have the best video quality in MMA YouTube. If there's somebody, take a look at my 4K videos. I usually do most of my prediction videos in 4K. If there's somebody with better video quality than that, you guys let me know, especially when it comes to MMA YouTube. There's nobody with a better video quality than me. Which how many YouTubers are there, and MMA YouTubers at that? And to say I have the best video quality of any MMA YouTuber is something I pride myself on here. Bro, what's your opinion on Ottoman Azaitar? With what the bag? Oops, haha. Yeah, I don't know. That was a very weird situation, you know. We never got the full story. He was cut and then he was brought back. I think he's a promising prospect. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Paddy Pimblett, but I think that's probably too much of a jump up for Paddy Pimblett. Does Ottoman Azaitar even have a fight right now? I think it's weird they cut him and then brought him back and gave him a second chance. That's Ali Abdelaziz. So he hasn't fought, and again, he's looked great, but he hasn't fought any real quality opponents. So I really think the Paddy Pimblett fight really makes sense. I mean, but I don't want to see a young contender killed off. I mean, I don't know how old Ottoman Azaitar is. Let me see his age real quick. He's 31, so he's really not old. But they're both new contenders in a way, and I don't want to see one of them knock the other one off. So that's one reason I don't want to see it. But I mean, I love the matchup from a stylistic standpoint. That would be a fun fight. But I think he has a good future potential. But we will see where he goes. But weird situation with the whole hotel, the bag, jumping from balcony to balcony, getting cut, getting returned. GHFHT, I don't know what that means. If Kelvin trains with Trevor Whitman, do you think he gets better or stays the same? Probably gets better. Trevor Whitman's probably the best coach in MMA right now. I mean, training Kamaru Usman, Justin Gaethje, Rose. He's a great coach for sure. Gastelum had to cut one of his limbs off to make 55. Probably. I don't think he can make 55. Who do you think is the best boxer in the UFC? Holloway? That's a tough one. Best boxer in the UFC. Who has the best boxing in the UFC? That's a great question. I think I've answered this before, but I don't remember who I said. Let me take a look, see. Max definitely has some of the best boxing in the UFC. It's weird because MMA boxing is different than regular boxing. Just overall best hands. I mean, it's hard to argue with Max Holloway. It's really hard to argue. Israel Adesanya has great hands as well, but I don't know if you equate that to boxing skills. Just pure hands. I think the best hands in the UFC right now is Israel Adesanya. Yep, probably Israel Adesanya. But Max Holloway is obviously great. I mean, what he did to Calvin Kattar was just brutal. Let's see. What fighter has the best team? I mean, head coach, wrestling coach, nutrition and stuff. I'm not sure, man. I don't know all the intricacies of all the coaches and everything like that. Trevor Whitman, the best boxing coach for MMA today. Probably Dolce for diet. Give us an interesting fact about you. Trying to think of the most random fact I can think of. When I was in 7th grade, I was riding my bike and I was hit by a truck at, I think, 60 miles an hour, and I almost died. But I was knocked unconscious. I have no memory of the event, and I had no serious injuries other than a concussion. I had no broken bones. I scraped my knees. I scraped my elbow. I actually have a scar right here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Scraped my elbow, scraped my knees. Had a concussion. No serious injuries. But they thought, like, when it happened, I mean, this is what I'm told from people who were there. When it happened, they basically thought I was going to die. So it's a miracle. I left the hospital the next day. So there's a very interesting fact, Issa. Yeah, Max pieced up Calvin Kattar, who has crisp boxing. Agreed. Calvin Kattar has great boxing. And Max Holloway destroyed him. I mean, he just brutalized him where it was hard to watch, honestly. Where are you from? Maryland, my friend. East Coast, Maryland. Matter of fact, I ask this on a lot of live streams. Put in the live stream, where are you watching the stream from right now? Where are you at right now watching this stream? I'm genuinely curious. the community, the MMA Joey community is all over the world, which I'd love to see. Even if you've answered this question a million times, put it in the chat right now. Even if you're not participating in the chat, at least post where you're watching from. Jambi says Toronto. Jack Rock says Vancouver. See, we're all over the world. I'm in the United States on the East Coast. In one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. And you're in Vancouver, in Toronto. North Carolina is pound for pound tiramisu. Is your name a play on Tony Ferguson? Or is it just something you came up with? And is there something I'm missing here? Nick and Nate have underrated boxing. People don't appreciate it. If Andre Ward, famous undefeated boxer, said if Nick and Nate were boxing, they would be world champions. Yeah, but sometimes, dude, teammates hype each other up because they know that's never going to happen. But I think they do have good boxing. But it's not world-class boxer, I don't think, by any means. Dustin has great boxing. You could say Dustin's the best boxer. Yeah, Nate wasn't lying when he trains with the best, for sure. Nate is a great boxer, for sure. I respect Nate very, very much. Toronto, North Carolina feels like Drake versus J. Cole. Balik KR, where are you from? Where are you from, man? Jumping in the chat now. The Diaz brothers have world-class chins. That's without a doubt. World-class chins and world-class cardio. They're two of the best for sure as far as the chins go. I gotta make a video just ranking chins. And Nate and Nick have great chins. I mean, Nate has just taken. I mean, those strikes that he was absorbing from Conor McGregor. I'm from Geo. I don't know what Geo is. Sorry, my friend. Is that Georgia? I don't know if that is or not. Let's see. Georgia. Giga's country. Giga's country. Okay, that's awesome, man. I'm on the Giga hype train, so you should be happy to hear that. I'm on the Giga hype train. Giga Chikadze. I think, and I said this on a recent stream, Giga's currently ranked number 8. I would favor him to beat Josh Emmett. I would favor him to beat Arnold Allen. I would favor him to beat Calvin Kattar. I would favor him to beat Chan Sung Jung. I would favor him to beat Yair Rodriguez, and I would favor him to beat Brian Ortega. The only people I would not favor him to beat right now is Max Holloway and Volkanovski, and I would give him a chance in those fights. He looked phenomenal in that Edson Barboza fight. Giga had so fast kicks, yeah. His kicks are so fast. I think it's great, but the technique is a bit off. But Nick is one of the best boxing combos in the UFC, and Nate has some weird combos that work. I don't know if you can say that about Nick anymore. I mean, when's the last time he fought? So who knows what his hands look like at this point? Man, Max versus Giga will be fire. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen. Max is fighting Yair. So unless Yair pulls out of the fight, I mean, that's not unheard of. He pulled out a lot of the fights with Zabit. Give me Giga versus Zabit, but I don't want to see Zabit have to come back to the Giga. I want to see him get a little bit of a easier transition back after being off for so long. He's not underrated. He just fights like once a year. Who did I say was underrated? I don't know who we're talking about. I just can't wait to see. I think he probably fights Korean Zombie next. And I can't wait to see that fight. Because if he beats Korean Zombie, he's probably fighting for a belt next. Or maybe one more fight. Why is Yair fighting Holloway? When's the last time Yair fight? Yair has not fought since he fought Jeremy Stevens. Yair doesn't even deserve to be number 3 ranked. I mean, he's not beating anyone. I mean, let me go over Yair Rodriguez's resume real quick. I'm glad you brought that up. Because nobody talks about that. Yair has beaten nobody. So, he fought Jeremy Stevens, beat him in October of 2019. October of 2019, guys. October of 2019. Okay, before that, he fought Korean Zombie in November of 2018, and he lost the fight, but he got the spinning upward or the upward elbow KO in the last like 5 seconds, last 1 second of the fight, basically. Uh, and then before that, he got brutalized by Frank Yeager. So the guy fights once a year. And before that, he beat BJ Penn. Come on now, what does that even mean? Yair Rodriguez, I mean, that's another video right there. Yair Rodriguez is overrated. Yair has beat nobody. There's no way, in my opinion, there's no way that Giga should be, I think Giga should be ranked above Yair. I think Giga should be sitting at number 3 right now. You know, I think Giga should be, I mean, the win over Edson Barboza, I really respect very, very much. I think the win over Edson Barboza means a lot. Remember, there was news he was running from drug test? Who? Who was that? Who was running from drug test? He is very good, though. Max has been pretty active. I think he'll piece up Yair. Yeah, I think Yair gets drowned by Max Holloway's volume and pressure. But Yair has a chance in the first round. He has very lightning fast kicks. But, I mean, seriously, when does a win over Jeremy Stephens get you ranked at number 3? Jeremy Stephens is a straight-up scrub. I mean, Jeremy Stephens is a bum. He doesn't even belong in the UFC, honestly. Jeremy Stephens is on a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's on a 5-fight lose streak, and he hasn't won any of his last 6 because he had the one no contest with Yair. So, I mean, Jeremy Stephens doesn't even have any quality wins ever. I mean, his best win is Gilbert Melendez. Jeremy Stephens is a bum. Cut him from the UFC. When do you think? Who do you think Darren Till fights next? I actually made a video. Is this the end for Darren Till? And I suggested a couple opponents, but since then I've kind of had a little bit of change of heart. I personally think I want to see the Edmund Shabazian fight. Edmund Shabazian has a fight coming up. If he wins, I could see them two fighting. But my guess is the UFC matches him up with Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall is a very, very winnable fight for Darren Till. And if he can't beat Uriah Hall, he's done. So I think they probably give him Uriah Hall. It's risky because Darren Till's always had the excuse that he's fighting killers. So he's been losing and losing and losing, but he's fighting nothing but killers. If he fights Uriah Hall, okay, he should get a win now. But at the same time, if he loses, he's done. I mean, if Darren Till loses to Uriah Hall, he's probably going to be cut. And that's so done by Yair's team accepting a Holloway fight after a year layoff. I guess they got to be confident. I mean, you can say it's dumb, and I agree with what you're saying. I understand what you're trying to say. But at the same time, if he beats Max Holloway, that's a massive win. And he's fighting for a title next. If Yair beats Max Holloway, he will be next in line for a title shot. Don't you remember Zabit fight? I don't even remember the last Zabit fight. I mean, when was that? How long ago was that? It was a long time ago. Calvin Kattar. He beat Calvin Kattar November of 2019. Wait a second. So Zabit has fought more recently than Yair. That is insanity, guys. Zabit has fought more recently than Yair Rodriguez. Zabit Magomed Sharipov has fought more recently than Yair Rodriguez. He fought in November of 2019. Yair has not fought since October of 2019. Yair ran from drug test. Oh, yeah, I do remember hearing of that. Jeremy Stephens just swings for the bleachers. Yeah, he's always in exciting fights. Jeremy Stephens is a veteran. I love watching him fight. He's a very entertaining. He's always in exciting fights, but I really am really put off by the way he shoved the guy in the weigh-ins. The guy gets injured, and then he complains about that guy. I mean, dude, you're not supposed to put your hands on someone during the weigh-ins, and I know they do it, but show some respect. I mean, have some damn respect. And that really put me off on him. And the fact that he didn't get punished for it is ridiculous. You know? What happened to Zabit? Yeah, Drakkar Close. I actually did a video on that too. Zabit has some type of issue that he has to have surgery with. He was scheduled to fight Yair a couple times. They both equally pulled out here and there. It was scheduled like 3 or 4 times. And apparently he has some type of diaphragm issue and has to have surgery. There's been conflicting reports, so I'm not 100% sure. But Jeremy Stephens with that stupid push, I wasn't going to complain about the push, but the way he handled it afterwards was a disgrace, guys. It really was disgusting, and that really put me off. And then he's losing fight after fight. He's saying how primal he is, and this and that. And you can't even win a fight. Shut up. I hate when guys talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and they can't even win a fight. The push was wrong for sure, but inside the octagon, he has my respect. That's fine. Who's the most frustrating fighter to watch, in your opinion? That is one of the easiest questions I've ever been asked. And as far as UFC goes, Tyron Woodley. I mean, you look... Actually, I have another answer, too. I'm going to give you 2 answers for this one. So you look at Woodley's last few fights. I'm not talking about his boxing match, which was trash and an embarrassment, especially the way he handled himself afterwards. He did nothing in the Colby Covington fight. Nothing. Nothing. He did nothing. He just put his back against the cage and just waited and waited and waited. In the Gilbert Burns fight, he did nothing. In the Kamaru Usman fight, he did nothing. I get, and I was a defender of Woodley. He's fighting killer after killer after killer. He did nothing in those fights. Do you know how frustrating? After the Gilbert Burns fight, I said I never want to see Tyron Woodley fight again. It was disgusting. So the other answer for you is Anthony Rumble Johnson. The guy has, and I hate to say this because anybody that gets in there is brave. The guy has no heart. The first second he tastes adversity, he wants out. He wants to just tap as quick as possible. So he's in that second DC fight, the way he was spamming takedowns, I never want to see Rumble Johnson fight again. But also, I'm going to answer the question a little bit differently. Most frustrating fight to watch instead of fighter. Excuse me, guys. Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero was disturbing. I was so pissed because I was so hyped for that fight. And it really let me down. I mean, that was a really big letdown. Yoel Romero versus Israel Adesanya was a fight that I was really looking forward to. And it turned out to be trash. It was one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my entire life. So that was the most frustrating fight to watch. And then to watch both guys complain afterwards made me sick. Neither one of you guys did anything. Israel Adesanya didn't do anything. Yoel Romero didn't do anything short of one blitz early on. It was disgusting. Rip Woodley, man, he had health issues, but after this, his whole team got in problems because Ramzan Karadov, who is associated with terrorists in the U.S., has banned the whole team of his school. Okay. Yeah, even Rumble Johnson's team were upset. I remember they were screaming in his corner, "Don't give up." He was hurting DC on the feet and he was spamming takedowns. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Why was he doing that, guys? Why was he doing that? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. It was one of the worst. I never wanted to see Rumble Johnson fight again after he fought DC. I know we've since seen him fight. Next week, I'm actually going to be doing a live stream of the Yoel Romero versus Phil Davis fight. I can't wait for that fight. I love watching Yoel Romero fight. I may even do a prediction video on that fight, honestly. And I'm so happy to see Yoel Romero get back in there. I'm sad we didn't get to see Yoel Romero versus Rumble Johnson because that was the fight to make. Yeah, Izzy made up for that with Romero fight with the Costa beatdown. Yeah, but still, I was still very disappointed. I mean, I couldn't have been more hyped for that fight, and it was disturbing. I was really disappointed. I was really disappointed in Costa's performance in that fight. I mean, I feel like he could have presented a better challenge for Izzy, and he didn't. He was just absorbing shots. Yoel Romero is the loser. You come to challenge the champion. You got to show why is you, not him. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked. It was the worst fight I've seen. Man, what do you think about Jiri Prochazka? I think he can be one of the biggest UFC stars ever if he continues to fight the way he fights and is able to continue to win. He is going to be a highly marketable guy. I mean, hands down, iron chin, spinning elbow KO of Dominic Reyes, the way he slept Volkan Ozdemir. I think him and Alexander Rakic are the future of the light heavyweight division, and I can't wait to see them fight one day. I don't know if his style is sustainable long term because when your hands are that low and you're that reckless coming in, it's never good. And you absorb too much damage. Eventually, one of those shots shuts your lights off, and then your chin's never the same again. So I'm cautiously optimistic, and I am a big Jiri Prochazka fan. I am massive on Jiri Prochazka. Yo being released was stupid. Very stupid. Yo Romero is still one of the best in the world, but they say, oh, you know what? He's old. We'll just release him. So, I don't get it. He looks like the new Tony. His fights are so fun to watch. Yes, his fights are. Yeah, he was fire. Without a doubt. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about Jiri. I love watching Jiri Prochazka fight. Great fights. Remember this lightweights, Brad Riddell and Sarukian, they will be contenders for title at the end of the year. Just bet on them. Easy peasy. Yeah, Brad Riddell is fighting Rafael Fiziev. I don't know who I favor in that fight yet, but that's going to be a tough fight. Sarukian has a fight, I think, coming up next weekend. So at least he makes the card a little bit better. And I can't wait. I can't wait, to be honest. I like to see Sarukian fight. I think Sarukian's RDA's toughest test yet. I hope he lives up to some of the hype that he has garnered for himself. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Welterweight's tough. Welterweight's very, very tough as far as Brad Riddell, and lightweight's very, very tough. So I don't know if they'll be contending for belts by the. Are you mean the end of this year or end of next year? I could see more or less the end of next year. But you know what? Every fighter who lost to Yana and Jacek had a bad fight after that. Do you think Rose beats Whaley again? I don't know. I picked Whaley in the first fight, but this second fight could be completely different. I don't know. Right now, early prediction, I would probably take Rose Namajunas. But my analysis for the first fight was just that Whaley's bigger, stronger, and Rose tends to fade. And when she fades, her striking gets a little bit sloppier. I thought Whaley was going to finish her in the later rounds, like the 4th or 5th round. But that didn't come to fruition. It was a first-round head kick KO, and there's not much you can decipher from a performance like that. First-round KO, there's not a lot of stuff to say, okay, well, maybe, we don't know. Nothing really happened. Whaley landed a couple inside leg kicks, and then she got brutally head kick KO'd. So, to answer your question, yes, but I'm not sold on it, and I may pick Whaley. Fun fact, I picked Rose Namajunas to beat Ioana and Jacek both times, and I'm not a Rose hater at all, but I picked Whaley in that fight. Whaley was pissed off after that fight. I think she'll come out fired up. Yeah, but she can come out fired up all she wants. She may get KO'd. Let's see. Guys, if you haven't liked the stream already, like the stream. I'm probably going to go for a little bit longer. As long as you guys keep pumping the chat full of questions, I'll keep going. I'm not particularly tired yet. So keep pumping the chat full of questions. Maybe we'll make this the longest stream ever. Whaley, okay. Hot news here. UFC agreed Giga to be a reserve fighter for the belt. Really? I didn't know that. Who's reporting that? Let me go look that up. Early stoppage for the... No, I don't think it was an early stoppage. She was out cold. Where's that news being reported at? Cannonier versus Luque 185. Who wins? I'll go Luque. I think Luque's the better fighter, but I don't know how he would look. I can't find anything about Giga Chikadze. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Maybe he just wants to be that. What are people saying? Do you think Poirier holds the belt for a while if he beats Oliveira? No. No. I think Gaethje can beat him. If he's a little more reserved, I think he can beat him. Vitor instead of Anderson, what do you think? Vitor's definitely back. That was an absolute disgrace. Let's see. I think okay. Luque versus Usman after Luque wins 2 more fights and Usman is late into 35 years old. Genuinely close. I don't know, man. I think Usman beats up Luque, takes him down, controls him. Even if he can't take him down, I think he presses him up against the cage and controls him. I think Jason Herzog is bad. I mean, he's always moving around the cage. I mean, do you see his footwork? I don't think he's terrible. He can't beat Oliveira first. Yeah, I favor Oliveira in that fight. I really do. Oliveira, I think Oliveira's just so well rounded, and he's just on a different level right now. And I think Dustin Poirier is getting a lot of hype for beating Conor, and I don't know. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve all the praise he's getting. He's one of the best fighters, but Conor is a shell of himself. I don't know how much you really want to put into that. Do you think McGregor is still considered an elite at lightweight? No, I do not. I think Conor McGregor, okay? I think he loses to Charles Oliveira. I think he loses to Dustin Poirier, obviously. I think he loses to Justin Gaethje. I think he loses to Beneil Dariush, but he probably could beat Beneil Dariush depending on how he returns after the broken leg. I think he loses to Michael Chandler. I think he loses to Islam Makhachev. I think he loses to Tony Ferguson. I think he loses to RDA. And I think he has a chance to beat Dan Hooker, but that's a 50-50 fight. So there you go. There's my breakdown. And if you really want me to go through the entire top 10, I think he loses to Gregor Gillespie. So there you go, guys. Conor McGregor only beats maybe Dan Hooker and maybe Beneil Dariush. I think maybe he would have a chance against Michael Chandler as well. Yeah, Usman is outstanding. Usman's incredible. I mean, and his striking is only getting better. His striking is only getting better. So, oh man, I almost cried after Tony's last fight. It was sad, man. Tony's losing streak has hit everyone hard. It really has been super depressing and sad. I don't know who they match him up with. I don't know who they match him up with. I really don't. I want to see Nate Diaz fight. Usman is incredible. Yeah, I get it. Haha. Well, yeah, that's true. What do you think the major difference is in Conor now than a while ago? If you're a big Conor fan, you're not going to like my answer. And I've gone over this before on the channel. One, yes, I think your answer is correct in activity, but I've never been a big believer in Conor. Conor got a borderline fluky win over Jose Aldo. He destroyed Eddie Alvarez, which was a good win. The Chad Mendes win, Chad Mendes was coming in off the couch. So that doesn't mean anything. If Chad Mendes was on a full camp, he beats him. He lost to Nate Diaz twice, in my opinion. And Khabib destroyed him, and Dustin Poirier destroyed him twice. He cherry-picked Donald Cerrone because he thought it would be an easy fight, and it was. So I was really never big on Conor, but I think the inactivity has not helped him at all. I think he will leave Usman versus Luque. I think I want to see Usman versus Burns too. Maybe I'm the only one that am on the Usman versus Burns 2 bandwagon. But, I mean, I'm dying to see that fight. Really. I think Burns, if he comes in, makes some adjustments, I think he can put on a solid performance. When he beat Pettis was amazing. Yes, that was a great fight. I remember when he beat Cowboy up so badly too. True case is if any Conor fight will sell more pay-per-views than any title fight in the UFC needs that money cow. Yeah, I would not doubt if Dustin Poirier wins the title and Conor comes back in spring, summer next year, I would not doubt if they give him an immediate title shot, which is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. True case. Oh, yeah, I already read that. All right, guys, we're going to go about 10 more minutes. We're going to do a 2.5-hour stream. Don't forget to like the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. If you want to support the channel, become a member by clicking the link in the description. Also, you can support the channel. Now I'm monetized. You can donate via Super Chat. Even just $1 helps. Goes right back into the channel for nothing but upgrades for the channel. Every single dollar that I've made on this channel so far is being put away for upgrades for the channel. So if you guys want to support the channel that way, you can do that. But also, at least like the stream and send as many questions as possible. We'll go a few more minutes discussing whatever you want. And then I'm not doing another live stream till Tuesday. I will be streaming Dana White's Contender Series on Tuesday. And I'll be doing a live chat on Wednesday, most likely. 99% sure right now. But yeah, I was never a big believer in Conor. And I know that's hard to believe. But I just was never a big believer in the skill set. I think he was kind of brought up the right way through the division. He got a title shot by beating Dennis Seaver. Come on now. Come on now. I mean, what does that really mean? What does that really mean? Dennis Seaver title shot. Disgusting. I can't. And Dennis Seaver took him down with ease one time in that fight. Shot right through him, and I'll never forget that. I know Conor beat him up, but Dennis Seaver shot through him. And after that, that was all I needed to see. Which fighter from Dana White Contender Series has really caught your attention? I cannot remember his name, but it was 2 weeks ago, the Contender Series. AJ Fletcher looked really, really good, even though it was a very short fight. The flying knee KO was absolutely incredible. But yeah, come by on Tuesday. I'll be doing a stream for the Contender Series this week. So if you're not doing anything, Jack Rock, come be a part of the live stream. But AJ Fletcher looked really good. I'm trying to think. Nobody else really caught my eye really off the top of my head that I can think of. I think it's crazy they're giving out so many contracts. Like there were some performances that weren't even that good, and they were giving out contracts for them. I don't know if they just want more fighters to fill out cards, but it's just one of those things. Who do you think has the best resume in the UFC? That's a great question. That's a great question. Who has the best resume in the UFC? I mean, I know hindsight is 20/20. You look back at some of these guys now, but John Jones has fought some absolute murderers. You look at his resume, and I know some people are going to say he lost, but you got Dominic Reyes, Thiago Santos, Anthony Smith, Alexander Gustafsson twice, Daniel Cormier twice, Glover Teixeira in his prime, Alexander Gustafsson again, Vitor Belfort on TRT, Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, Quentin Rampage Jackson, Shogun Hua, Ryan Bader. That's a hell of a resume. The DC twice just puts the cherry on the top. But there's some other guys who have some good resumes. I'm trying to think off the top of my head right now. Dustin Poirier has a hell of a resume too. Tony Ferguson has a hell of a resume. You look at Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor twice, Justin Gaethje, Eddie Alvarez in his prime, Anthony Pettis in his prime. All quality wins. Quality wins. Giga Chikadze, calm down. Giga Chikadze has one good win in the UFC. Welterweight Grand Prix, who wins? Imagine it happens all the same day. Who wins? I think Nate wins as long as the wins the first fight the cardio plays a role. No way. He doesn't beat Colby or Usman or Burns. Yeah, Jones' resume is like wiping out a division from 2 heirs, too. From 2 different heirs. RDA has a great resume, but a lot of those are losses. I thought you said before UFC resume. The most impressive resume is Habib. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. He has a great resume, but I don't know. I think in the next years, if you're not have a jiu-jitsu or wrestling background, you cannot be champion. Maybe that's possible before, but fighters notice they can win easy if they take you to the ground. Yeah, I think wrestling is the most important thing you can have as far as a fundamental background to compete in the UFC. Because if you can't stuff a takedown, you're screwed. You're screwed. And then if you don't have jiu-jitsu, you're screwed as well. Let's see. Alright, guys. Khabib's first 16 opponents. Yeah, trash. Khabib beat the best lightweight. He should be in the convo. Yeah, but still, I feel like it could be better. I feel like it could be better. I feel like it could be better, my friend. Well, alright, guys. We've done a 2.5-hour stream almost. It's been nice talking to all you guys, reacting to the Anderson Silva Tito Ortiz KO, the Evander Holyfield freak show. Come back on Tuesday and join me for the Dana White's Contender Series live watch along. Also, Wednesday I do a live chat. And also next Saturday I'll be doing a lot of streams coming up. I'll be doing a stream for Yoel Romero versus Phil Davis for Bellator, as well as Ryan Spann versus Anthony Smith. That's how I feel about that fight. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for submitting your questions. I appreciate every single one of you guys, whether it be Jack Rock, Issa, Cyberpower, Tiramisu, Banny Zero, Bo Love, whatever, KR, all you guys, everyone who participated in the stream, I appreciate you very much. Don't forget to like it, and have a good rest of your night. And I will see you guys in the next stream, and I'll probably do a video tomorrow on one of the topics that we discussed earlier that I wanted to make a video on. So thank you guys for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good one.